I think a lot of it just, you get outside your fundamentals, you get outside your technique, and things go poorly. And, that's kind of the tough thing about offensive line play is, if one guy makes a mistake, it kind of makes everything look bad. So I think all of us kind of had one or two plays that we wish we would have had back. That kind of just makes everything look a little sloppy. So we corrected the film, and we'll be much better off next time we're out there.
JC, the right guard situation seems to have leveled itself off. Kush has been there for the last couple of weeks. Freddie basically said on Saturday he's going to get the first look anyway going forward. Does that help you guys as a unit to finally maybe have a little clarity there? And then also the second part of that is how do you think he has been able to kind of settle in?
Yeah, we don't get too caught up in titles. So we've been playing with Kush for the last few weeks. So we've been used to that. It doesn't change anything now that anything's been announced or, a job's been given. He's been the guy lining up with us. So we've been preparing with Eric. Moving on, forward, I think we just need to settle in and play better than we did against Tampa Bay. So I think we all need to do a little better, and I think we got that stuff corrected from the film. And then next time we're out there, we'll have to show it.
Was that the roughest film session?
Yeah, I mean, there's, you can handle it two ways. You can, it can be one of those where it's a screaming match and, you're getting reamed out. But I think all of us as a unit understood we didn't play well enough to win that game. So I think those type of games, everybody came in understanding that wasn't what we needed to do to win. So we were all, very critical of ourselves. It didn't need to come from the coaching staff. We all knew it as a group and to a man that wasn't good enough for what we put on film.
How much of a factor
the starters don't play at all in this last game? Do you want to just go from that to Tennessee?
Yeah, I mean, that's not really a decision for any of the guys. But if they want us out there, we'll play. If they want us to rest, we'll rest. I think we'll have plenty of practices up till Tennessee. That doesn't weigh on us or anything like that. We're professionals. That doesn't carry on past that film session. Once we get that stuff corrected, it's corrected, and we've moved on past it.
Yeah.
Les, we talk a lot about Odell, Baker, and all these, Miles. JC Tretter, pretty important piece.
All those guys.
For what the Browns are trying to do.
If you want to learn something about football, if you have any interest, talk to offensive linemen.
Extremely bright.
Extremely bright, and they look at it at the way it's supposed to be looked at, not the way us rummies look at it.
But Tretter is a huge piece to this equation, and he doesn't get talked about because O-lines generally don't get talked about unless they're holding.
Or hurt.
Or hurt. But, and with the loss of Zeitler, Tretter being healthy and playing well is all that much more important.
Do you think if the Browns, if they don't make a trade,
yes,
because there's some trade possibilities out there, right? Williams is one.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so let's say they don't make a trade, and I'm not going to say they're happy with what they have, but let's say they take what they have. Do you think if they have a concern about their offensive line that they'll shorten the playbook, which will take away opportunities for Beckham and maybe Landry and maybe somebody else? You think you shorten the playbook because you're concerned about your linemen?
Yeah, it's possible, and I'll tell you what, the Tennessee Titans. And listen, my intention when I came in today, Les, was not to be Debbie Downer. I don't want anybody thinking I'm down on the Browns. I'm not. I'm simply saying that I'm trying to, give some reality here. The Titans are no slouch defensively. So you will learn pretty quickly if your line is up to snuff against the Titans type of pressure. So we'll see right out of the gate.
All right, so you have Freddie Kitchens coaching one side. And you have Clevelander or Northeastern Ohio or Mike Vrabel. You don't think he wants to win this game?
Of course. I mean,
it's the biggest game of his life.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, they've been in the playoffs, and but I think that the Titans are a good defensive team. Their offense has Derrick Henry, although Henry's been banged up. He supposedly will be ready to go by September 8th. The key will be Mariota. They have Tannehill behind him, putting pressure on him now. So if Mariota falls on his face, here comes Tannehill.
I don't think they'll lift him in the first game.
You wouldn't think so, but maybe Vrabel gets impatient. But I will say this: you're getting the healthiest version of Mariota you're going to get all year. His problem has been staying healthy. First game, presumably he's going to be as healthy as he's been, in a long time. So it's going to be a test. I don't think the Browns are going to walk over this. Neither does Vegas, because the spread is only 5 or 5.5, depending on your book.
That's not big.
Not necessarily. Not blowout big.
But I would think 3 or below would be what it would have been in the opening game for both teams and so on. It's interesting.
Okay, 5 is it's a nice number, but it's not indicative that Vegas doesn't think that this is going to be 27-7, is what I'm saying.
Right.
They think that it'll be reasonably competitive.
All right. When we get back,
come down to Austin Seibert's foot.
Ouch. When we get